Hi, guys, and welcome to Watch It Wednesday, episode 19. So, I was researching how to try to get more subscribers on my YouTube channel, and one of them says to show yourself every once in a while. That way, the viewers feel connected to you. Now, I don't like getting my picture taken, and I don't like being on camera, so this is very out of my comfort zone. So, I'm hoping I can get through today's video without completely messing up because it makes me very uncomfortable to be in front of the camera. I don't mind live to live, face-to-face lives, in classes, but the fact of looking at a camera somewhat gives me not so much anxiety, but I just feel uncomfortable. I don't like being on camera. So anyway, thank you for joining us on Watch It Wednesday. I'm going to go to my sampling service now so you can see what we're doing for today's episode. Oh, this is where I feel so much more comfortable. All right, so guys, today I'm also going to write out the directions. I had a talk with one of my friends, and she just said that even though it's easy to follow along, sometimes it helps to have the written measurements. So I'm going to leave them here for a second, but then I'm going to put them off to the side because, again, I feel like I'm always going back and looking at it to make sure I'm doing it right. And that, again, kind of adds to the funness of the video of me messing up. So I will bring this back, but for now I'm putting it off to the side because I find it very distracting to be there. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is you're going to have two colors and a sheet for layers. Now I'm going to use my 4x12 of basic white. Okay, so we're going to do a normal base card. Let me go ahead. I'm going to use, I think, Tahitian tide for that. Yes, and now it just fell. Very kind of dry here today in the Chicagoland area, as you could tell from my hair and the way it looked. So anyway, so we're going to cut this 5.5 by 8.5. Score at 4 1/4. My phone folder. We're going to line it up in that edge. That way it's nice and even. Okay, so then we're going to go down and just do our basic layer. So now this is a 4x12 sheet. So we're going to do 5 1/4 by 4. We're going to cut. All right, so there's your layer. All right, now we're going to go ahead and cut down our extra pieces. So the first one is going to be 3 3/4 by 2 3/4 to save paper or cardstock, and so I can get it all on one sheet. I do the short side first, cut it first, because I know this is at least 3 3/4 long. So this is going to be 2 3/4. And we're going to cut that at 3 3/4. We're going to go back to our leftover piece of our basic white, and we're going to make this 2.5 by 3.5. So that's just a 1/4 inch down. All right, going to go back to this piece, and we're going to cut 1.5. I feel like that's not a straight side. There we go. 1.5 by 3 3/4. So we're going back to that original length. And then with our white, we're going to do 1 1/4. I feel like I don't have a straight edge there. That's straight. So 1 1/4 by 3.5. All right. Let me bring it back over here so you can see. So here we have our base. That's the 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Our layer, which is 5 1/4 by 4. We have our first big measurement that is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. We have our next measurement, 3.5 by 2.5. We went back to that same color, 3 3/4, so it's the same length, but it's 1.5, and then 3.5 by 1 1/4. Also grab some stamp pads, and if you want, you can emboss any of these. Well, you can emboss any of the solid colors, not the basic white, and of course some ribbon. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.